the meeting today was to take them through our operation. Remember, it comes in the wake of when we were having a lot of issues, delays, cancellations. So they really wanted to know, what's the problem? So we thought it fit that before we bring them and close them in a room to start to explain things to them, we take them through the operation. So that's why we took them through our office and then to the airport, then we took them to the self-handling yard for them to understand the operation. Once they understood what it is and they have seen where the money goes that we request, then they asked us, okay, so what are your challenges? And what are your solutions? How are you solving these challenges? We're having a number of bird strikes. And these bird strikes affect the engine. So it was at that point that the team sat and agreed that there was need to have a spare engine. Because, like I mentioned already, we only have 4 CRJ with a very tight schedule. So if you have one, and Entebbe Airport is rife with birds. So takeoff and landing, you never know what you strike in terms of birds. So they thought it wise at the time. My colleagues agreed that this was an important thing to have to protect the operation. So no, we've not had to hire before, but we want to avoid having to get to that point. But if you notice, the committee did mention, the chairman, that at the time they did not quite understand why we were asking for such an expensive item, and yet we had new aircraft. So the walkthrough today helped them understand what that is, because they actually did find one aircraft on ground. Although it was not an engine, this one now has to do with oxygen masks.
They've demonstrated to us that they've acquired more routes within the region, and the other is what they call the 5th degree, where you are allowed to take passengers. You can even take it like it's your home. And this 5th degree is normally by countries which don't have airlines. So they've demonstrated to us that indeed they have got good strategic partnerships with other countries and other airlines. So we really have hope that this airline is going to develop and be supported, since the number of passengers traveling or using the airlines has increased.